R&B diva, Misha Paris. She's up next. Let's talk. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Peppy's Point of View, and I am your host, your R&B historian, Peppy. And let's just dive right into it, right? Just skip the regular smuggler, and let's talk about R&B diva Misha Paris. So get Misha Paris on the phone. Let her know, Misha, you're a guest over here at Peppy's Point of View. He's talking about you. You might want to see what he got to say. Well, let's dive right into it. Misha Paris. How did I discover Misha Paris? Well, I discovered Misha Paris just like, I guess, the majority of the public discovered her. And that is, listen here, I was glued into the television set watching all BET, Black Entertainment Television's programs such as Video Soul, Midnight Love, Video Vibration, Video LP. Oh, Lord, the list just goes on and on and on, right, of all the programs over there. Well, of course, the video pops up for Misha Paris, My One Temptation. I like it. And then I never heard another song from Misha after that. It was interesting, but she has always been a fan favorite of mine. She really and truly has. If I could put her in a category with a group of singers, the only one that comes to my mind right now would be Joyce Sims. Joyce Sims is the R&B diva who had a hit out called Come Into My Life. But I think Joyce is no longer with us, May she rest in peace. But I always thought that she and Joyce Sims were kind of like in that same category of singers. And I think it was because I heard that one song and didn't hear from them again. But you know what? I'm glad that I bring up another R&B diva because this album of hers in 1988, So Good, her first album, oh my gosh, it is so good. It really is. I think that was the perfect title for the album. And also, too, this was my first time hearing the album in its entirety. We need to talk about the song So Good. All right, when I listened to it, I was like, this so good. All right, Misha. Mm-hmm. Well, anywho, I got a story to tell you. I just got a story to tell you. All right. So my mother, you can say her profession, she's a caterer. That's what she does. That's her thing, right? Well, anyway, so one day, I decided to, go to my mother's store, and when I got there, of course, speaking to her, just checking up with her and everything, and she asked me if I wanted something to eat, going somewhere. Now, growing up in my household, I mean, my mother just could throw down. Like, I know everybody talk about their parents and stuff can cook and this, that, and the other, and everybody want to believe that. Believe what you want to believe. You understand what I'm saying? But my mother, I mean, I don't know how she learned how to cook. You know what I'm saying? Because my grandmother, she would make food, but my grandmother was not like the cook, but she could cook. You understand what I'm saying? But my mother can cook. So anyway, growing up in a household with a parent that can really cook, I guess you kind of take for granted that the food is always good. You understand what I'm saying? So, before she, started catering, people just would come up to her because everybody knew that, she could cook well. they would come up to her and ask her to, cater their weddings and all of their events and so on and so forth. And so, there I was, my sister, my older sister would assist my mother, in preparing the meals and so on and so forth, or the dinner. And, we'll have to load it up in the cars and everything and then take it to, the location. Okay, so where am I going with this? Well, when I got to the store this day, when I came to the store this day, and I just said, oh, like, okay, yeah, I eat something. I ain't thinking anything about it. And you're taking for granted that the food is going to be good because, you just know the food is good, And so I was like, oh, okay. And so I get, something to eat. And I take a bite. Baby, I was like, whoa. Like I'm like, this is good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, baby, this here is good. You understand what I mean? And it was kind of like the on How the Grinch Stole Christmas. When the Grinch finally gets a heart and he's smiling from ear to ear. I know you guys probably say he is just so dramatic sometimes, but anyway, it's just what it is. So what happened in my head at this moment in time, I kid you not, in my head, what happened is this. I started to think about all of the people that have, experienced my mother's, food. And I was like, this makes me feel good. Like, I really feel good. Like my mother, I'm like, they're eating this. Like, this is good. You see where I'm going? Like, I never thought about it that way, because I would never go to the store and eat, And so I was saying to myself, like, everybody's experiencing this. But anyway, so my mom now is retired. So, that's not, she retired, okay? And she doesn't cook anymore. Like, baby, it's called fend for yourself. Like, special occasions, baby, and it got to be special, But anyway, she doesn't cook anymore. But long story short story long, is that when she retired, okay, I'm not being dramatic, but, it's what it is. Maybe within a week, for sure 3 weeks after my mother retired, the store, nobody was going to the store to eat. Like, it was one of those things like, I was in people would see me see me around, and they were like, your mom, she's not up at the store in the morning. I was like, nope. It's like, no, she's retired. And so people don't go there like, like they used to. All right. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. So you say, well, Pepe, what does this have to do with Misha, though? What? You done told us this story, but what does this have to do with Misha Paris? Baby, this is how I feel right now. Like, it's so good. Like, I kid you not. Like, this album is a really good album. And it's not a good album because all of the songs are just so wonderful. All of the songs are just so grand and great. Like, every song on the album is a hit. It's not even because of that. Even though I like every song from the first to the last, I do. But because Misha Paris is over in the UK, that's where she's from. She's UK. She's English, right? So she's over there. As a matter of fact, I think her name is Michelle Antoinette Wallen, if I'm not mistaken. And she is from, well, I think she was in North London and then moved to South London, at a young age or what have you. Anyway, and so you can definitely tell this lady here, she definitely understands R&B divas, because there are so many R&B divas that she had to be influenced by, when she was recording this album. Oh my gosh. Like, I was so surprised when I listened to this album. I kid you not. So we're just going to jump right into it. I don't really think I have any questions for Misha. I normally have some questions. Maybe I have some questions for Misha when I listen to her other albums right now. Because I guess the question that I would have to ask Misha, like right in the top of my head that would come out, like, who are her influences? Who influenced her? Because I'm going to tell you, like, I'm so excited about these divas I felt like she's influenced by. But I will tell you this, as far as a review is concerned. Let me tell you about this review. When I came across this review, I was like, okay, Misha, okay. So it says, describing Paris as the greatest of British gospel soul singers, and I really and truly would agree with this. Studio engineer Richard Smith recounted, Misha was unsigned at the time, but it was apparent very early on that this incredibly talented young lady was going places. Her temperament suggested a reluctance at times to perform in the studio, and she certainly tested the patience of her manager, okay? Don't feel like singing today was her usual lament. Time is money, Misha, was always Viv's response. And of course, I'm assuming Viv Broughton was her manager at the time. So you've got no choice. Now do us all a favor and get a vocal on this track. It was all a bit of a teasing game, good-natured and at times quite hilarious. Misha will sulk into the studio, pick up the headphones, stand at the microphone, and completely blow us all away with her powerfully passionate singing. Perfect intonation. Ooh, perfect intonation. Baby, that's what I'm talking about. You need intonation, phonation, accuracy, and pitch, baby. That's right. Here's your note. I love it, baby. You understand what I'm saying, Misha? Perfect intonation, phonation, accuracy, and pitch. You know where I got that from if you guys watch Lean on Me, okay? But anyway, moving right along, okay? I'm sorry, sidetrack. Perfect intonation, the clearest of enunciation, and so much so. Baby, this is perfect. This is exactly where I'm going. The tracks were recorded at Flame, contributed to Misha's first album deal, So Good. Let's continue. In Ebony, Paris Express, I gave it all I had when I worked on it. Ebony explained that Paris expressed to label executives her desire to make music that will cross over to black and white publics and still maintain the soul. Oh yeah, you could tell she intentionally did that with the soul. We're going to talk about this album. And they told her politely, oh, see, Misha, baby, this is when you should have just broke out and just said, you know what, I'm getting sidetracked. But what they are about to say to Misha in response to this, I was like, see, industry politics. They told her politely that they didn't know how she was going to do that. She did it by carefully selecting her songs. She said, I refuse to sing songs that don't make sense to me about Mercedes or materialistic crap. Okay, I'm just going to let y'all rest there. If you don't get that, you ain't going to get it. You understand what I'm saying? Did you get what she said? All right. If it went over your head, it went over your head. That's all I'm going to say. You know what I mean? I ain't messing over here, but she let it be made known. You know what I'm saying, Misha? All right, Misha. Okay, baby. Ebony wrote that the songs blend pop and soul sounds. My one temptation, being upbeat and playful, whilst Where Is the Love and the title track So Good offer a bit more rhythm and blues. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me stop for a second. That's perfect. See, I like it because when I do my videos, I don't know where I'm going to go. I know I like to go in a different direction than everyone else. That's intentional. Like sometimes, I see, people probably post, make a comment, and please leave comments. I know people will leave a comment about, oh, you missed this and you didn't cover that. Sometimes it's intentional because I can't cover everything. And once I kind of play around with my R&B divas in my head, and I'm like, okay, how can I do this way and that way, and where I want to go with all of this, I'm pretty much kind of set in my head what I want to talk about. And and I just sit back because this is a conversation between me and all of you. So this is more like we having a dialogue here. This is not a monologue. I'm not sitting up here telling you, you understand what I'm saying, things that I want to, just let you guys know. I want to have a conversation with you all about, these R&B divas. All right. So I just want to make sure you understand, like I said, there's a method to my madness. All right. Praise God. So anyway, moving right along. So when I am listening to this album, you guys, now we're going to talk about the album, and I missed a song. I don't know how I missed Where's the Love, so I'm not going to be able to cover Where Is the Love because I'm recording now, and I don't want to stop my recording to listen to Where's the Love, but I will listen to Where's the Love after this, and who knows, I probably will cover it and tell you what I think about the song Where's the Love in the next video that I do with about A'ngela Paris. Now let's talk about these divas. So now I would say in my head, I would say, Misha, baby, Misha, who are your influences? Who influenced you, over here in the States when you wanted to, record, or who were your influences when you were younger, and you grew up listening to? Now, I don't know what she's going to say because she's not my guest, so I don't know. She's not here. She's my guest. We talking about her, but she's not here on the show. So I would have to think, just listening to this album, I hear Natalie Cole is she's probably influenced by Natalie Cole. I would say Misha, she's influenced by Mickey Howard. I would say Misha is influenced by Shirley Murdoch. She's influenced by Shaka Khan. And although Rochelle Farrell was not recording an album at this time, there's a song on here I feel like it's definitely Rochelle Farrell. I get a little bit of Tina Turner too. I do. I get a Tina Turner influence. All right. I'm just letting you know. So I don't know, because I haven't, I don't go and look at other videos or other interviews of, the divas to try to see, to get any kind of material. I just simply, listen to the music. Okay. Go back and listen to the music again. Sometimes it's for the first time, but this time I'm listening intentionally. I'm not listening to the music this time around just to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Listen to music, and all that stuff. And, I ain't doing it. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing this time is I said, okay, let me listen. What do I hear? What is the singer trying to convey? That's where I'm going with it now. So those divas I just covered, I'm going to assume that Misha Paris would probably say, I've been told I sound like these divas. Okay, so let's talk about the album. Now, the first song that I heard, if I heard the album it's in the order that it was in the right order, there's a song called Like Dreamers Do. This is the song that I say that Misha Paris, baby, Natalie Cole, Like Dreamers Do. Natalie Cole would definitely eat this song up. Oh, yes, she would. This is definitely a song that I'm feeling like Natalie Cole would sing. And also, I like the saxophone solo on this track. It's sad you don't hear saxophones anymore on these records. Get that good old saxophone solo. You don't get those anymore. I'll be like, dang. So when I heard this saxophone solo, I was like, man, I so missed it. But it is what it is, y'all. We ain't got it. We ain't got it. You understand what I'm saying? I missed the saxophone solo. with Misha Paris. Listening to this Misha Paris song, like Dreamers Do. Then I go and I hear My One Temptation. Now, Misha, baby. Now, it's 1988, right? Yeah. So if it's not, yeah. I never thought about this before. But My One Temptation, and you guys might disagree with me on this one. Baby, Mickey Howard. I know y'all probably saying, I don't get it. You have to listen. Mickey Howard. Like, My One Temptation. Don't you hear Mickey Howard, Mickey Howard singing My One Temptation? Listen, just listen. Escuchen, por favor. Listen. You hear me, Mickey Howard singing that? Think about how she's singing "Come Share My Love" and "Baby Be Mine." She was singing. Oh, she'll rip it. She'll rip it up. Then she'll rap it. What y'all think? So that's why I feel like, Misha Paris got some Mickey Howard influence in her. Because it's safe to say, because I think Mickey Howard's first album was what? 1986, 1987, 1989. And then what, 1992? I think that's it. When did Ain't Nobody Like You come out? I think Ain't Nobody Like You came out in 1992. It wasn't 1993. I think it was 1992. But anyway, that My One Temptation, that's Mickey Howard, for sure. For sure. But baby, like my favorite song on the album. My favorite song. And you could tell that she said she wanted the blues. As she said in that review, she was talking about how she wanted to get that rhythm and blues. And baby, when I'm here to tell you, she went for the blues and she gave it to you. And there's a song on the album, track 4, called "Sway, Dance the Blues Away." Now, what I want you to do when you listen to this song, "Sway, Dance the Blues Away," I need you to listen to 2 things, okay? Listen to the music when it comes on. Forget the vocals. Just listen to the music. And as you listen to the music, it sounds like to me that song is perfect for Rochelle Farrell in my head. Just the music. Just listen to it. But baby, when she starts to sing this song, y'all, listen to her vocals, and it's straight up Shirley Murdoch and Chaka Khan. Like the music is Rochelle Farrell. It just does. I think it fits well with what the musical stylings of a Rochelle Farrell. But vocally, she's straight up Chaka Khan and Shirley Murdoch. Like, there's so much Shirley Murdoch and Chaka Khan in this lady's voice that I'm like, whoa. Like, I just never thought, that Misha Paris sounded like Chaka Khan and Shirley Murdoch. But then I was like, whoa, like, this is good stuff. Misha, you on it? You on it? Then we have another song on the album, okay, called "Don't Give Up on Me." And she still sounds like Chaka Khan and Shirley Murdoch. But as I'm listening to it, I'm like, Tina Turner? It's like, this lady here sounds like Tina Turner too. There's some Tina Turner in her voice on this song. I paid attention. I'm here to tell you, I like it. I really like it. And then there's a song called "Breathe Life Into Me." "Breathe Life Into Me." I'm like, okay, "Breathe Life Into Me" sounds like it could be by these 2 divas here, Karen Wheeler and Sadie. That's Sadie. You know who Sadie is. Sade, baby. Sade. Sadie. Sade. Breathe life into me. Karen Wheeler and Sade. I was like, I like that. I like that. I like that. And then there's a song called I Hate to Love You, which is straight up jazz. Listen here. Listen here. I understand she was not she was not out at the time. It's 1988. But this song, I Hate to Love You, is a jazz type song. And guess who I think it would be perfect for? Another R&B diva. Layla Hathaway. Like Layla Hathaway, if you out there, baby, and I'm gonna cover you. You on my list. You coming up too. And I'm here to tell you, that song is perfect for you. I'm just saying you ain't got to do what I tell you to do. You understand what I'm saying? It's just my thought. But I Hate to Love You is a straight up jazz song. And then we get to the song So Good. There I am. I'm listening to the album. I'm not thinking about anything, you guys. I'm just like, wow. Like I'm so inspired by the album and how good it is, and all of these divas that I'm hearing coming out of Misha Paris, and how soulful some of the songs are, how bluesy some of the songs are, and all of these divas, you guys should already know. I got Layla Hathaway over here. I got Layla Hathaway over here. I have Tina Turner over here. I'm talking about my music collection. I got Shirley Murdoch. I got Natalie Cole. Do you understand what I'm saying? I got Karen Wheeler. These, like all these divas that I've mentioned, I have their music over here. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm saying to myself, I'm like, maybe that's another reason why I just feel so good. But here's the thing. Any other time I probably would say regarding an R&B diva, when I'm hearing all of these influences, I'm like, baby, pick one. Me, I'd be like, pick one that you want to sound like and keep going, because it sounds like you're all over the place. That would be my mind frame. But Misha does it so... she's not trying it. I don't get that she's trying to sound like them. And if she is, it's like she's appreciating it instead of trying to outdo them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I think she got it. And yeah, it's all right by me, Misha. So then when I hear the song So Good and it starts to play, and I hear the music, I said, no, she didn't. Not Al Jarreau. You mean to tell me this is Al Jarreau? So good. Yeah, that's all. I was about to go into, some more details, but I'm not going to, because the song's so good. I hate it. It could have been music politics, and that's fine. It could have been. And why am I saying that? Like, Misha, you're going to go and release this. So Good should have been a song, should have been the next single on the album. I understand it's 1988. I think Al Jarreau's songs come out, his So Good come out in 1988 too. Me personally, I would have been like, I don't care what you think. Al Jarreau, we competing with you. Yes, y'all going to choose which one of you like. I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? And if we got to put out a lot of marketing for Misha Paris in order for this to work, then that's what we got to do. We're going to market this bad boy. You understand what I'm saying? Because Misha, I'm here to tell you, that should have been your next single. Yes, it should have been. And I think in my head, I'm saying, you know what? They didn't put it out because maybe Al Jarreau had it out and they didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, we don't need both of them out in the marketplace and so on and so forth. I don't know. But she did great. She did great. Oh, and looking at the track listing, I missed two songs that I'm going to have to cover, which would be Where's the Love with Will Downing and Great Impersonation. It doesn't matter if I like those singles or not when I listen to them. The album is so good and so top notch that it doesn't matter. I'm still giving this is a great album. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. So that's it. Misha Parrish, you did great on this first album. My first time hearing the album was wonderful, Misha. I enjoyed it. I really and truly do. And baby, you place yourself among those divas. You definitely did that. Bravo. All right. Well, on that note, I want you to remember to put you behind where your heart desires to be. And whenever I leave my mother's presence, she always says to me, she says, baby, remember, I love you, but God loves you best. And I'm looking forward to seeing you next video. And until then, you know what to do. Take care of yourselves out there. All right.